my name is Charlotte Pailin, and welcome to another segment of Behind the Music. Now, this segment is brought to you by New Industry, and is part of our Diner Concert Series right here at the Daiquiri Shop. Now, this segment does include showcasing the dopest indie artists, and we have such a great artist with us here today. Child, let me tell you. It's the looks for me. It's the looks, it's the style, because she can give you a bust down braid. She can give you a good old look HD lace. She can give you a good old look shortcut moment, baby. She gonna give you the looks. But not only that, she was just showcased and honored as the Monday Madness SoundCloud Artist of the Year, Artist of the Week, with over 62,000 plays. Let me tell you something. I can barely get 62 people to look at my Instagram story. So over 62,000 plays is just such a huge deal. And we're just so happy that you are here with us. So everyone, please put your hands together for Alexis Ray Parker. Woo!
I'm glad to be here.
We're so happy to have you. How was it coming in?
It was fun. The drive was fine until I got here. Right when I got here, Dallas traffic is not something I'm used to.
Yeah, you gotta get a little prepared for the Dallas traffic. It's a little crazy. But
I've been 5 minutes away for 2 hours.
So. We've all been there. We've been there. Look, we were fine. We had a little drink. We had a little libation. You know what I'm saying? So it was no problem. Now, like I said, we are so happy to have you because you are actually our first female artist on the show, and you are our first R&B artist on the show. So, yes. So, thank you for just bringing that versatility to our platform. We're just really happy.
Here, it's exciting for me.
We're excited too. So, now, as we get into this, just for people that don't know, can you give us a little background on where you're from and how did you get started in the music scene?
Okay, so I was born in Pine Bluff, Arkansas, partially raised there and partially raised in Conway, Arkansas. Both cities are about 30 minutes from Little Rock, which is the capital city. I got into music around age 2. Let my mama tell it was around age 2. Okay. She always knew that I could sing. My mom can sing. She writes poetry. My grandfather sings and he plays, I don't even know how many instruments. So it's always been a family thing. And then on my dad's side, my dad's from Philadelphia. So
is my dad. That's awesome.
My dad's side, that side of music is different for me. That's where my rap side comes from, Philly.
Okay,
all my cousins on my dad's side, they all battle rappers and stuff like that. So yeah.
Hold on, wait a minute. Is that we gonna bust out with that? That's dope. That is super duper dope, man. And we actually have a fan question kind of right off the bat going towards that. Her name is Dom the Furious on Instagram. Thank you for your fan question for us today. She asked, when did you, so you kind of already told us how you started, but when did you decide okay, I can start my first song. I'm going to create my first song. When did that happen for you?
I was in the first grade, either first or second grade.
First grade?
I don't remember what the song was. I don't even know if my mama remembered. But I remember I wrote it in my room and I ran in the kitchen. My mama was peeling potatoes. I remember this exact moment. My mama was peeling potatoes and I was like, Mom, I got a song. I just wrote a song and I sang it for her. And she was like, you wrote that? And I was like, yeah. And she was like, that's good.
Oh my God.
And I was probably 7 or 8 at that time. And so,
wow.
That was when I was like, okay, I might be able to do this for real.
I got a little something. I got a little talent. Man, in the first grade you knew. I don't know what I was doing in the first grade. Acting up, getting my red card pulled. That's what I was doing. But that's really awesome. Now, just coming from your background in singing, what is something that continuously kind of motivates you to continue to keep going in your music career, just early out the gate?
My mom, really. I remember being in college and I was scared to tell my mom. I tell everybody this story. I was scared to tell my mom that I didn't want to finish school. And she was like, with my dad's very structured. Mm-hmm. So with telling him, I knew I was going to have to tell my mom first and then tell him.
Gotcha.
So I told myself, I was like, I gotta have a plan, because I got parents. I can't just go to them and tell them that I'm not gonna finish school and not have a plan. So I had already snuck and recorded some songs. And so I was like, okay, if I go to them with this and I show them that I'm serious about it, they'll be okay with me not going to school, and they'll know that I'm serious about it. So I recorded some songs, and I told my mom, I was like, I don't really want to go back to school. I don't want to finish school.
Where were you going to school?
I was going to school in Palm Bluff.
Oh, okay.
And so I remember telling her, I was like, I don't want to go back to school. I don't want to finish. And she was like, well, what are you going to do? And so I was like, I want to do music. And so she was like, okay, well, if you're going to do it, you can't halfway do it. You've got to do it all the way. And so when I got to go from my mom, I didn't care what my daddy was going to say at that point.
Okay, it's already checked.
My mom already told me yes. So whatever he said, I don't really care. And he was mad. He was so mad. And so I remember being in the car with him. My brother had just got a new car, and we was taking him his car. And I decided to play some songs in the car. And my daddy was listening, and I saw him nodding his head. I was like, all right. I was like, okay. So, like, my parents, my mom more specifically, but my parents in general, just having them behind me, knowing that they're behind me is what motivates me to keep going, because I didn't start doing this for no reason. So it's like, there is no plan B for me. Like, this has to work, because I literally said I didn't want to do nothing else. Like, this is all I wanted to do. So
yeah, and especially coming from such a young age too, like, that's pretty dope.
Yeah.
Now, you spent some time in Atlanta. Now, how was that music scene out there? Is it as collaborative as people say, or is it super competitive for indie artists?
You know what's crazy? I really don't know. I don't know, because I hadn't really gotten to move around yet. Like,
okay.
I just moved there in December. So I haven't really gotten to move around and get to know a lot of people. I've just been so focused on my own artistry. But the people that I have met and done collaborations with as far as writing and stuff like that, everyone who's from there has all just been very open with me, and they've given me so much knowledge and taught me so much. I haven't really experienced anything negative from anybody while I was there as far as the music scene anyway. So to me, I mean, what I have seen, it does seem like it's collaborative.
Okay, that's good. Like, I had some time in Atlanta as well, and it's kind of the same. It wasn't a lot of time. I only was there for about 3 months, but it was very like, hey man, you trying to get put on? Come on.
Literally.
So I really like that.
Yeah.
Do you have any advice for artists that want to travel out to Atlanta and get their career started or advance in their career at this point?
Don't just go without a plan. Like, don't just get up and be like, I'm gonna go to Atlanta
and everything gonna happen. Yeah, all of a
That's
sudden,
not how
Black
it works.
Hollywood.
I told myself that when I graduated high school, I was like, I'm just gonna go to Atlanta. That's not how that worked out. Like, I went to college first, and then, you know, I gave myself some time. I worked, and I was like, I ain't ready to move just yet. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't even ready to detach from my mom yet. And it was still hard moving to Atlanta and being separated from her. But I had an opportunity. I received an opportunity to go out there. And once I made some connections, I was like, it's a go. Like, I already have something set up when I go out there.
Yeah.
So I'm not just sitting there waiting on an opportunity. I already have one. So just make sure you have things together before you go.
Baby, don't
before you
go.
move and go anywhere. Of course, you gotta take the risk. You're gonna always want to take the risk, but don't take the risk to the point where you just go somewhere and you don't know what you're doing or what direction you're going in. I had some direction because I had some people that were willing to help me. So it's always good if you got something already lined up, but don't just be trying to move around too fast.
Right, make your way downtown walking fast. Don't do that. Please, you're gonna get robbed or scammed.
Please.
Okay? Don't do that. Look. But that's pretty awesome. Now, let's get into 2 a.m. and Raw. I need to ask. I just have, after re-listening to them, these drops, I just have one question. Are my edges still there? Do I still have edges, baby? Because the way you snatched my edges up with them songs. By the time I got to Toxic and Homicide, I said I gotta start using Got To Be. I can't use no Eco Styler today because, baby, my edges. baby, it was just so real. I mean, I have never just seen like that back and forth, even with Toxic. And what is it, Dizzy? Is that how you pronounce his name? Deezy. Okay, Deezy. Oh my god. I was like,
what's crazy about that song is me and him, we probably wrote that song in about 30 minutes.
What?
We were in the studio, and I remember our engineer slash producer slash a lot of different titles.
Yeah, got the title.
His name is Space.
Okay.
He was playing the guitar, and he was just playing some chords, like just some simple chords. And I was like, I like this. And he was like, you like this? I was like, yeah. I was like, Deezy, you like this? He was like, hell yeah. And so I was like, okay, we're going to start writing to it. So I wrote my verse first. And then I went and recorded it. And when I came out, Deezy had his verse written while I was recording mine. He was writing his. He went and recorded his verse. And we went back and forth. Like, the whole rest of the song, literally, that's just us going back and forth the whole time.
Yeah.
Like, and it was in the moment. We were both going through, I think we were both going through some issues in our relationships at the time.
Gotcha.
And it was just easy for us to feed off of each other in that moment.
Oh, the energy. I mean, the chemistry, the energy of it, it was just beautiful. It definitely told a story. Now, just so that the audience knows, 2 a.m. is a single that Alexis Ray Parker has dropped about a month or two ago. And then Raw is her EP that she also dropped this year. So that is what we're talking about right now. And whoo, child, you was not lying. That was some raw stuff. I mean, what else was a motivation behind those drops? Because they seem to be kind of encompassing the same kind of context and subject matter about like relationships and kind of building back up. So can you just speak to how that came about?
All those songs were literally I had written those songs over the course of a year. And all of those songs were during I don't want to call it a relationship, but a situationship.
I heard ya.
That I was dealing with at the time. And every time I would feel a way, I have a thing about journaling. So I would journal, and then whatever my journal was, I'd be like, okay, I'm gonna use this as inspiration to turn it into a song. I don't know how he feel about it. Don't care, but it made great music.
It absolutely did. Indeed.
But yeah, all those came out of that situationship. Every single one was inspired. All those songs were facts. Like everything that I was talking about in those songs is all facts. Like none of it was.
And that's what I want to ask you. Like, was it stemming from like a real place? And it definitely, I mean, because that's what it sounded like. Yeah. So to have that confirmation, I'm like, yeah, it definitely feels that way. Yeah. When you're making your music like this, and when you say journaling, I also feel that same way. If I feel like anxious or anything, just too much thoughts, I do journal. Is that so? Is releasing music and putting your thoughts into music, is that therapeutic for you?
It is.
Okay.
It's so therapeutic. I used to feel like I wanted to put out music that would make other people be able to connect with me, and that's still a goal for me. I want other people to be able to relate. And feel like they can connect with the music, but it was also important for me to be able to release that.
Gotcha.
So it ain't just about the people, it's about me as well, like getting rid of those feelings, like letting that emotion go. So yeah.
Oh my God. And and I think you're still connecting to people, because do you ever feel, and I kind of want to ask this about artists too, just in general, but for you, do you feel as though your music, somebody can be like, wow, I'm going through that same situationship, that same relationship, like I can see her as an example of what not to do, or like, you know what I mean? Do you ever feel like that people are looking at your stuff?
I've had people tell me that. Wow. I've had people come to me and tell me like, it's crazy that you wrote this, because this is exactly what I'm going through right now.
Wow.
And that's different for me, because like, I'm like, dang, I really was just writing this about myself. I don't be thinking about what other people going through when I'm writing these songs.
Yeah.
So I'm like, dang, it's crazy that people are able to relate to this and come to me and tell me like, girl, you told my story on this song.
Because I was like, listen, was she in my bathroom or something when she was writing this? Because baby, this is too much. But I absolutely love that, and I think that people will resonate with that for sure. And just going forward, I think people are gonna love it. You know what I mean? But anywho, child, today we have so many things to celebrate on today. One, we're alive, we're breathing. Okay, basic things.
We are. Thank the Lord.
Praise the Lord on that. Two, the Chauvin trial. Can we toast on that? Put
Let's
that man in jail
times.
3 times, baby,
times.
for 3 charges and 3 guilty. Okay. But also, it is also a great holiday to me. A good old 420. You feel me? A good old 420. And so you might be watching this on another,
On a higher level, more elevated, okay, a little more, elevated, higher frequency, if you see what I mean.
So I have this little segment, and actually you also have a song pertaining to this same, 420 room. Okay. So I have a little segment, and it's called Up and Slope. Hey, Up and Slope. Hey, and it's a little segment just pertaining to like the 420 vibe and stuff. So I just want to ask you a couple questions. Now, disclaimer. When we're talking about these reefer, marijuana, we, of course, Alexis and I, we are only partaking in this situations where we're in a legal place. Obviously, it's legal where we are talking
100%.
about. Of course, we're in Colorado, we're in California when we talking about this kind of stuff. So don't be hey, Charlotte said that we can smoke. Oh no, we never said that.
No.
Alexis never said that. Look, don't come try
Do it
rolling
the right
that
way.
75.
Do it the right way.
Do it the right way. Because you ain't gonna have us. Okay, girl, you know what I'm talking about? Okay. So, Anywho, so we are. But what I was gonna say is, so the first question that I have pertaining to Up the Smoke, hey, we have a question of, so what is kind of the craziest thing or most random contraption that you have ever smoked out of? For me, it was a banana.
I'm sorry.
It was hard times. Don't judge me. It was hard times.
For me, a plastic bag, like just a plastic
How
bag.
did you do that?
Okay, so
I feel like smokers are like engineers, bro, on the cool.
for legal purposes, I'm going to say that her name is Jenny.
Okay, Jenny. Yes, ma'am.
So I know a girl named Jenny. She has like this little machine, and you put the marijuana in it, and it fills up the bag with the smoke, and you just wildest experience ever. But I enjoyed it thoroughly.
I know that. I know exactly
It's
what
a
you mean.
different high, and your
It
weed
is.
lasts way longer.
I
Like,
bet. Yeah. Ooh, I like that. I'm gonna have to table that for another legal time, of course. Another question. What is kind of like a no for or a pet peeve during a session for you?
If you start like crying,
Getting in the feelings.
sometimes I have to remove myself because I get emotional. So I be like, no, I can't be the one that's in here tripping. So crying, if you start crying and you blow my high, like no.
Yeah, that's I can't get too deep. I only came for the vibes.
Yeah.
And here you are coming with the
Like the year that J. Cole dropped that KOD album, it was 420 when he dropped it.
Yeah.
And we was high as hell. I'm like, this album way too serious, bro. Like, we was in there crying.
Ooh, damn, window pane. Don't throw that on. That ain't nothing to vibe to. I mean, you gonna get a vibe, but baby, it's gonna be on something else.
It was too much.
And last question for this segment is, what is your go-to munchie meal?
Ooh. Probably wings.
Yes,
Definitely
a good old wing. Ooh,
Wings,
what?
for sure.
Lemon pepper, what? What you talking about?
No, I don't like lemon pepper.
Oh, all right. I won't
I
tell
got
the
this
problem.
thing for like sweet and spicy.
Okay.
So like mango habanero is like the flavor for me. Like I love it.
I ain't mad at it. Now, those of course are just little jokes, but I do F with your 420 room for so many reasons. One, I love just the vibes. I love the how you also entered in the, diamond in the back.
That was like so random because the track was so long. So I'm like, damn. I kind of want to finish the track out and make it make sense.
I mean,
I just threw that on the end of it.
You killed it. I mean, I love that. I love that. And then also, I kind of love the sampling. It seems like it was from Badu's Didn't You Know? And I love, oh my God, that was one of my favorite tracks from Badu.
Yeah.
But of course, I love the bar when you say you're like a 98 Lauryn Hill, 97 Badu, bro. That's some goat talk. Baby, that's goat talk right there.
I believe that though.
Yeah, can you just break that down for us? Like, can you break that bar down for us?
So a lot of my inspiration musically comes from Erykah Badu and Lauryn Hill. That's what I grew up listening to. Miseducation of Lauryn Hill is my favorite album of all time. And then Erykah Badu, like just everything about her.
Of course.
I just love her. I grew up listening to them because that's what my mom was on. So everything that you hear from me, when it sounds like that, especially, that's literally me tapping into them, like me tapping into what I feel like they would sound like back then, you know what I'm saying, or what they were giving. And I want to give that same feeling to people, because I know the feeling that I get when I listen to Baduism and when I listen to the Miseducation of Lauryn Hill.
Right.
And I'm like, I want to give people that type of feeling. So that's where that comes from, and I feel like I do that. I feel like I give people
You
that.
absolutely do.
Or I try to.
You do.
To the best of my ability. You know?
I think you absolutely do, and of course, I think this is one of my favorite songs by you, and I have it on repeat like almost all the time, is the Anthem, and it's so, I absolutely love, oh my god.
That was another one of them songs that was made during that time period of that relationship.
Wow.
Yeah.
I don't want to say that just, you know, pain just brings out really art, but pressure does make diamonds, so I definitely feel like you turned that into something beautiful, because I put that on repeat, honey.
You know what's crazy? When I wrote that song, this was literally after like our first little situation had happened with me and him. And I remember I wrote that song and I went to the studio, and he would be at the studio all the time. And I remember I was singing that with all my heart in the booth, and he was like in the living room, and I knew he could hear me. And I was like, yeah, like
watch out, you are funny.
And everybody just happened to love that song. Like, I'm not even just the craziest about that song, but that's literally the one that everybody was like, oh my god, the Anthem, like
I love the Anthem. Amongst all the other songs, I love them. Now we did talk about this too, with just working and being a woman and these artists that you've named, with Lauryn Hill, Badu. Are there any other musical females that you look up to or you're inspired by? I know you did a feature with, I want to call, is her name pronounced Lo?
Yeah, Lo.
Lo, yeah, on your late night texting. So that was really, really dope. Are there any other artists that you just are inspired in, or female artists that you're inspired from or like to work with?
Right now I'm working with a girl. Her name is Kyra, and she's also from Arkansas. Kyra is amazing. I can't wait till y'all get to really just tap into her music and hear, because she haven't put a lot out. She has a single out right now, but she's literally incredibly talented. Like, oh my god. And Lo also, like, shout out to her. She also has a single that she dropped in January. It's called Twisted, so definitely tap into that. She's amazing. It's another girl I've worked with from Arkansas. Her name is KP.
Dope.
KP is dope. I actually have a feature on one of her projects.
That's awesome.
There's so many people that I really want to work with as well. My absolute, the person that I have to work with, like, at some point in my life, Janae Aiko.
Oh yes,
I
honey.
love her.
Oh
I
yes.
love her. Just her lyricism and how she don't really just do too much with her vocals, because she want to give you that feeling with those lyrics, and that's exactly what she gives you every single time. And she can still sing her butt off. Like,
I can see that as your inspiration, because I actually, when I was talking to my fiance about you, I was literally like, yeah, she reminds me of Janae, because you be talking shit. You be talking that shit. But it'd be like R&B, so it's like, yo, I don't know if I'm just feeling it even more because it's soothing to my ears, but it is so, like, I love that. I love that. Now, continuing on, just being a woman in this, male-dominated industry. I mean, we're surrounded by men in a lot of ways, but how do you manage working with men as a female artist?
whew.
Come on now, spill the tea.
Hard.
You
When I
need to
tell
drink
you
a little
it's
something.
hard,
What's up?
But seriously though, it's difficult because I'm very assertive.
Okay.
I like things a certain way.
Okay.
I want things to sound a certain way.
Yeah.
Before we even get to the studio, I already got in my head how this supposed to go.
Gotcha.
I try my best to collaborate with my team because they do have my best interest at heart. I love each and every one of them so much.
Okay.
But we do have moments where I be like, no, I don't agree.
Okay.
And we'll have a little back and forth, and we talk about it. We don't really
Good.
argue.
Okay.
But they respect me so much. And I feel like that's important, being a female in a male-dominated industry. You have to stand firm in whatever it is that you believe in order to keep that respect amongst all the men that are going to be around you.
Okay.
Because when you a girl, it's easy to get run over. When you got, my whole team is men, basically. So if all of them say nay, I'm the only one saying yeah. My yeah gotta be 10 times as strong as that no. That way they know for sure, like, okay,
Wow.
well, I get it, you know what I'm saying? Because if I budge even a little bit, and it's something that I'm not, standing firm on, and they see that, I would probably veer over into what they want to tell me. And a lot of times they give me great advice. A lot of times they tell me all the right things to do. Sometimes I can just be a little hard-headed, and they have to, like,
They have that patience.
like, we got your best interest at heart, but we just trying to tell you. But
Just trying to let you know. Yeah.
Some things I be like, no.
Wow.
And when I say it like that, they be like, all right, I mean, we ain't got to do it like that.
Maybe we can revisit. We can table that idea.
So, yeah, just being assertive, standing firm, knowing who you are is super important. And I say that more so for young girls.
Yeah.
Because it's easy. And not every man in the industry is out to get you or out to take advantage of you. But there are a lot who are.
Yeah.
There are a lot that will try to manipulate you or, make you feel like you need them for
Yeah.
something. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
No, I absolutely do.
And you got to be strong enough in yourself to be like, no.
No.
I know who I am. I don't need y'all for nothing. Y'all can help me, but I really got this though.
Look, yeah, I understand that. I totally understand that. And is that something that assertiveness, that like confidence, is that something that you always have had, or did it build up while you're in the industry?
I'm gonna tell you when I first learned that. I remember, I don't know how many years ago that was that documentary came out about Nicki Minaj, but I remember her sitting in the studio and she was talking about how when you're a female in the music industry and you're assertive, they think you're rude or they think you're mean because you're a woman and you standing up for yourself. And she was like, why I can't stand up for myself and be a woman? Why do I have to be mean or arrogant or rude? It's just me doing what men do.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Men wouldn't take that, so why do I have to take it? And so when I heard that, I was like, okay, well, that's how I'm going to go about stuff.
Wow. Yeah, no, for real. And I'm glad people like you are also like giving that same message. It's consistent, like, hey, we got to do, because Beyonce saying the same thing. Like, listen, I don't give a damn.
Watching her even on that documentary that she did on Netflix.
Yeah.
Watching her and how she structures everything and how she wants things a certain way and she don't take no for an answer and she, period. That's exactly how it needs to be always. No matter if you male or female.
Right.
That's how you should do things, period. But especially when you're a woman, because you will. It's so easy to get run over in the industry. It's so easy to get run over in the industry.
And that's what I was going to ask, just what are some tips that you can provide women artists that want to come into this music career and who want to collaborate with men? Just having that steadfast, yo, keep your witch about you, stay intelligent, stay safe, and you got this, to stay in your bag.
Yes,
Point blank, period.
For sure.
I love that. So just continuing on, we have discussed so many things, but I also wanted to get into how some of your music has, like I said, you've been recognized by so many people. You have definitely, with the amount of plays you've gotten, over 62,000 plays, how does it feel to know that people are listening to you heavy? They mess with you heavy, complete strangers. How does that feel?
Sometimes it's a little, I'm still in awe sometimes. Because, I know I put this music out, but I literally, see people down my timeline, tweeting my lyrics, and they won't tag me, but I'll see it, and I'll be like, dang, that's from my song, I'm about to retweet that. Or I'll be like, dang, people paying attention to me.
They tapping in, honey.
That makes me feel amazing.
Yeah.
knowing that people are actually listening to me. Like, I done had people come up to me and say my lyrics in my face in public, and I be like,
hold on.
Wait a minute, this is crazy. But I'm learning to soak that in and really be appreciative of it because I have anxiety really bad. Like social anxiety. Yes. So when people come up to me and they be like, "Oh my God, you Alexis, I love your music," that's weird for me because I'm like, "Dang,
you gonna get that a lot." Because baby, that's how I'm coming in. I'm like, "Oh my God."
But I'm learning to appreciate that because that's what I'm doing this for.
Okay.
I want people to love the music. I want people to listen to it. I'm not putting it out just to listen to it myself.
Right.
You know,
right.
Half the time I don't even go back and listen to it once I put it out. I already got it in my phone. I
don't need to keep on listening.
But it makes me feel amazing. Like, even my parents, when they go and listen to it, because I don't even tell them when I drop. They'll just go listen to it on their own.
Wow.
My siblings, same thing. Like, my brother, I catch my brother reposting my stuff sometimes. He won't tell me because he just, whatever.
Yeah.
He got to be slick about it. But it makes me feel good knowing that. And my little sister even, she's super quiet, total opposite of me. But she'll text me every now and then. She'll be like, "Hey, I like this song."
By the way,
okay.
I fuck with the new drop.
I had a little girl last year. She was like 6. And I'm like, she came up to me and she was like, "I want to be a singer like you when I grow up." And I was like, I literally was about to cry because I'm like, what the heck? She don't even know. Like, I'm struggling right now.
Child, they don't know.
But, and I was like, she shouldn't be listening to my music either. Whoever her mama is. I mean, shout out, but like,
but at the same time,
she shouldn't be listening to it. But it made me feel good because I'm like, wow. It's like every age group is coming to me telling me that they appreciate what I'm doing, and it makes me so appreciative of them because without the people listening, like, what am I doing this for? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That means so much to me. It really does.
That warms my heart too. I love that. Like, that recognition, because even getting recognized by Monday session and being the, oh my God, the SoundCloud Artist of the Week, like, yo, like, what it's like to even be recognized by your peers and be like, yo, you're hitting this hoe. Like, you are doing very well.
And I think that's the bigger part of it to me because people who are close to you don't really see your vision until it really becomes a picture.
It's true.
You already had a vision, but when it becomes a picture, that's when they see it. And I'm not one of those people that's like, nah, if you ain't see my vision at first, I ain't messing with you. Like, no. Even if you was later and now you see the picture of what I was trying to show you at first, that lets me know I'm doing something right. Like, wait.
Oh my God.
I like the big recognitions.
Yeah.
I like the SoundCloud recognitions and stuff like that.
Uh-huh.
But it's the people that's closest to me. That stuff means a lot to me because I'm very self-conscious when it comes to them because they're the closest people to me and they know me and I'm the most vulnerable with them. People outside of me don't know.
They don't know.
They just love the music, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But people who know me, they know where that stuff comes from. And so when they like it, that's different for me.
Wow. I love that because you could just feel the passion and the emotion behind what you're saying, and I think that also just resonates with people and your listeners because I'm like, I love y'all, right? I love that. But it could be the drink. No, I'm just joking. But
it's good though.
It absolutely is. What is this? Can of Vinus? I'm dead. Oh my God.
I'm in my house.
Okay, I mean, where's that water? No, we was knocking the water before. But yo, that is awesome. And you know, I know you have some upcoming shows. I know you are performing with us as well tomorrow at the Daiquiri Shop. But you also have a performance in Arkansas.
Yes.
So can you tell some of our audience or the Arkansas audience as well some more details about that?
So I have a show this weekend. It's in downtown Little Rock, Arkansas. My friend and amazing promoter, Christian the comedian, is throwing it for me. There'll be another guy there performing. His name is BJ Soul.
Awesome.
BJ is amazing. Like, and so it's really the perfect show because we work so well together, like right next to each other. It's amazing.
Good.
It's gonna be pretty intimate.
Okay.
But it's gonna be a good time. It's gonna be a lot.
Is that how you like it? Do you like a more intimate vibe? Or would you like a little,
because like when people close to me, on the stage, like if I got a big crowd, that's cool. But when you got that intimate setting, like people be into that.
Oh, yeah.
They really be feeling it. Like you
They
can
sing
really
their-
turn your crowd up like that. You know.
They singing it with you.
I love it. Sometimes I end up doing stuff I wasn't even supposed to do during the show. Like I
bet.
end up doing covers I didn't plan on doing. I'm supposed to be doing all my songs. I done messed around and threw some Erica Badu in there.
Right. Go ahead and play that Love Galore mashup. Go ahead and play that.
Yes. So it's gonna be
That's
a great
awesome.
time. It's gonna be a great time. for sure.
Oh, that's excellent. And lastly, we're just gonna close out with some fan questions. We have a couple. One from @ Simply Allude To on Instagram. Thank you so much for your submission. She asked, for success, do you think that you have already reached success? If not, can you tell us when you would think that you have reached it? Or if you have, when did that happen?
Every time I achieve a goal, I feel successful. So if I had a goal to say get 60,000 listens on SoundCloud, I reached that goal, so I feel successful in that. Boom. So now my next goal is to whatever.
Yeah.
Once I reach that goal, I feel successful every time I achieve something. Successful is not just at one point in your life. You should feel successful every time you do what you set out to do.
My God.
Anytime. People think of success as like, nah, when I'm 40 and I'm rich.
Right.
And da-da-da. Like, nah, that's not what that is. You should feel like a success every time you achieve something you told yourself you was gonna do, even if it's small.
Am I gonna cry? I'm not, cause wow,
That's real.
that is real.
I used to look at success like, I feel like I'm not where I want to be. I'm not.
Come on.
So I'm not successful yet. No, I done reached a lot of milestones.
Absolutely.
I done achieved a lot of stuff in the short amount of time. I ain't even been on Earth that long. You know what I'm saying? I'm only 25.
Wow.
Why? I can't feel like a failure yet. My life just started.
I love that. I love that response. So many people need to hear it, including me. So you really spoke to some people, child. Me too. Cause wow. And then our last fan question is from Walk with Faith. She asked, "What is your favorite thing about being a Black woman?"
Ooh, my favorite thing about being a Black woman. I think. Dang, that's a good
Ain't
question.
that a good old question? That's a good question.
Because I
honey.
feel like it's so many perks to it.
Absolutely.
I feel like a lot of times we focus on the negative and what society has to say about us as Black women. But if you look inside of us, just pay attention to us and block out what everybody else got to say. I think we're so strong. We're such beautiful people. We're such genuine, natural nurturers, and that stems from even before slavery. You know what I'm saying? Like
Absolutely.
we was taking care of other people's children. We was taking care of white people's kids. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I think the strength that we display as a whole is what makes me so proud to be a Black woman. Like every time a Black girl achieves something, I don't care if I ain't never met you in my life.
Right.
I be on Twitter and I see a girl and she be like, I just passed the bar. I don't even know her, and I be like, oh my God, congratulations.
Yes,
girl.
queen.
Like,
Yes, queen. Yes.
And it's just overall, just being a Black person in general, that's the most beautiful thing in the world to me.
Absolutely. It is. It is. It's
Because
such
I
a
feel like, I
blessing.
tell people this all the time. To be the most hated race in the world, you have to be the most loved. You have to be hated by someone. Somebody gotta love you to hate you. Like it's like
It's coming from somewhere.
yes. You can't hate a person and you didn't once love them or love something about, or you envy
Ooh,
something
yeah.
about them. You know what I'm saying? I don't hate nobody. I ain't got that in my heart. But to be the most hated race in the world, we gotta be the most loved. People pay attention to us. Our culture is ripped all the time. Somebody always taking something from us.
Speak
you know
on
what
it.
I'm saying? From our hairstyles
Speak
to the
on
way
it.
we dress,
Come on
to
now.
our music, you know, everything. Without us, it wouldn't be a lot of stuff without us. But that's another conversation.
That's another time. Look, we gonna look. That's for that. Y'all ain't ready for that. That's on part 2. That's on part 2. That. Oh my God. We have talked about it. Have we not talked about it, baby? We have talked about it.
Everything.
But I'm so, like I said, I'm so happy that you came with us today and you have come to our table, because this has definitely been like a favored request. Like, please have this girl up on this show. So we're very, very happy. Now, where can we find you on social media, and where can people stream your music?
So you can find me on Instagram at the Alexis Ray Parker, and on Twitter is the real ARP _. Facebook is just Alexis Ray Parker. You can follow my fan page on there. On Spotify, Apple Music, whatever streaming service you use, it's Alexis Ray Parker. YouTube, all of that stuff. SoundCloud, it's all the same.
All that. Okay, yes. And you can definitely catch Alexis Ray Parker at our next performance right here at the Daiquiri Shop. It's going to be extremely lit, so definitely tune into that. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Thank you to New Industry and Rico Black for providing this platform. Thank you to Esntl Aesthetics for providing the production. And man, we are in this thing. Okay, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And thank you for watching. Woohoo! Yeah,
That was so
yeah.
good.